Hi, my name is Jane Akura. I'm a civil engineer by profession, working at Zutari, formerly known as Orocon, as a water engineer. Apart from that, I'm also a YouTuber and a fashion blogger. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm currently selling African attires and African jewelry under the name of African Closet. So basically, the reason why I started the African Closet is for us to come to a point where you find pride in what you wear, something that comes from your continent and something that speaks to your true nature. So any outfit that I wear and I see people saying, oh, how much was that? And I'm like, okay, I'm the one who designed it, so if you want it, I can get it to you. Just being that person who's able to inspire people with the clothes that I wear, and I know it's clothes that speak to my identity, is something that brings me fulfillment. And then also at the same time, on YouTube, I basically talk about anything and everything, including relationships when I give out the tea, and then as well as just how to better yourself, how to grow, and especially with regards to career-wise, and women who want to go into science and more specifically engineering, because apparently it's a male-dominated field. So having women in that space and just encouraging women to go into that space brings me so much fulfillment. So on YouTube, I'm called Akura Closet Trade. On Instagram, I'm called Akura Closet Trade. And then for the business, it's African Closet Trade. Yes. African Closet, not African Closet Trade, African Closet. That's me. Well, the first time I felt inadequate should be this year, and leave alone just the COVID part of it, but it's something to do with not knowing what the future holds for me. Every single time it's been, oh, listen, things are going well from undergraduate. So basically the growth side of my life, where there's this issue, there's the feelings of inadequacy, would come when I'm older, not when I was younger. So since 2014 to now. But 2014 to 2017, when I finished my undergraduate, things were good. I knew, okay, fine, next step, let's move into postgraduate. There's a scholarship offering more money, everything is okay. Then we get to honors. After finishing it, I didn't get the marks that I was required to get to go into my master's. And now I'm feeling very inadequate to a point where I'm like, do I really deserve to be here? Am I good enough to be here? But being someone who's very, very goal-oriented, I was like, listen, you were supposed to go to masters, that's where you're going to go. And I went to my HOD and I was like, listen, my guy, I need to do this, so you have to give me a chance. And they gave me a chance, and then fast forward the second year, which is now 2020, things haven't been easy with regards to the COVID-19. You're not sure what's going to happen, and especially economy-wise, I'm here finishing masters, I'm looking for work. Every single time it's rejection. You're not sure what, because you're hearing stories of retrenchment, and you're not sure, okay, is the economy ever going to come back to the same spot where it was? And being in engineering, it's a very political, more or less political and economically affected field, because is the money available to do the project, or is there any projects to be done at that particular time? So that fear just made me feel so inadequate. Am I going to be able to take care of my family next year? How am I going to live? Am I staying in South Africa, or do I have to go back to Kenya, which was never the plan, being that I'm Kenyan. But let's say when you feel your lowest, when you feel like everything is just shattering, that's when God picks you up. And everything worked out. The company that rejected me 4 times, actually, 2 of them in this 2020, gives me a phone call, and at the end of the day, I get the job. And it's been my dream company, a company that I remember speaking these words into existence in 2017, saying, I am going to work here. So just having that faith, and as much as it's dying, but trying so hard to keep it going and just holding yourself up in faith and knowing that God is still going to come through, is how I deal with my inadequacy. Just being very positive, keeping a very positive mindset, having the right people around me, People like Anesu, people like my best friend, people like my supervisor actually, and who constantly just remind me, you're good enough, you deserve to be here. There's no need for you to feel like you cannot achieve anything in life that you set your mind to. And also the one big thing that I learned this year was, as much as I felt like I wasn't good enough, I would look back into my journey and the things I've achieved so far and be like, Jane, you've done well. You are going to do well. This is just one of those obstacles in life, but you're going to achieve it. You're more than enough because you know what you're capable of. So just constantly reminding myself that I am good enough, and having people around me to remind me that I am more than good enough. So this affirmation resonates with me because I believe that I have something to offer in this world. And so being able to remind myself that, Jane, you're more than enough, is me doing justice, not just to myself, but to also people around me. And the closest people would be my young sisters, would be my nephews, would be my nieces, and then also the friends that I have around me. So being able to just hold myself up and say, Janie, you're more than enough, is something that I know I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for everyone around me, and the energy that I give out affects more than just one person. And just being able to have people around me say, Jane, you know you have achieved this. Listen, you've done your masters, you've done this, you're doing business right now. Just makes me feel like I am doing so much, because I can tell the next person, you can also be an engineer, you can also be an entrepreneur, you can also work on your passion at the same time, as much as you're trying to grow your career. So yeah, that's the reason why I feel like just constantly reminding myself that I am good enough, I am more than enough, is something that is worthwhile in my life. My name is Jane Akura, and I am more than enough.